Friday, September 7th, with the update here on Tropical Storm Florence. It did get downgraded last night as some shear has been blowing across the storm here. You can actually see it here on the Super Geocolor satellite, which is fantastic actually, because you can actually see a higher resolution from this GO 16 satellite. Anyway, you can see our storm here, Florence, is rotating around in the central Atlantic, fairly far north for potential East Coast hits. Normally we don't see storms here and then make it to the East Coast. Traditionally, that's not the case. We have two other systems here. This one looks like it's going to be the next wave, and this one was just classified as potential tropical cyclone 8. So the next two named storms will be Helene and Isaac in the alphabet here, as the favorable tropical Atlantic pattern continues. Anyway, here is Florence here, and as you can see, it did get sheared apart a little bit overnight. We are experiencing that southerly or northwesterly component, but again, when it gets over in here, as it's forecast to do, here's Bermuda up here. When it forecasts it up into here, we should see much weaker shear and much warmer SSTs. And I wanted to show you the trend here with this upper level trough that supposedly was going to pick up the storm and turn it out to sea. But now, if you notice the trend, this little yellow speck there is Florence on the model. I know it's kind of small, but you can see it's missing this connection. This connection is now missing. The storm is weaker, so it stays farther south. So we have a trend now that keeps it a East Coast risk in play. And now watch this 594 ridge build on top, which that does expose the East Coast for some landfall. Looking at water temperatures off the East Coast, very warm. This is 84 degree water. This is 85 degree water. Excuse me, 82 and 84 with this notch of 85 here. So warm water, definitely not a problem. And again, the shear is weakening, which is favorable for development. And we're actually looking at a Category 2 or 3 storm over the weekend, and then most likely a high-end 3, maybe even a 4 once it gets up into here. Now, our end game is still kind of up in the air because a lot of the forecast models are split with, curving it near the Carolinas and then up towards off the Delmarva. Some are splitting it down farther south. I don't think this is a good solution either way. You can't just say, well, it's either going to take this route or this route. What I think is happening here is the weaker the system is over here, the more west it's going to gain over here. And then when it strengthens around day 3 or 4 to Category 1 or 2 again, then we'll start seeing the ridge really return, and then that opens up the northerly route. So my lean right now is more northerly route towards the Outer Banks rather than down here, but that's just my call. There is a 30% likelihood it comes out to sea. There are a number of clusters of the ensemble that keep it offshore, so this does not guarantee a landfall. But right now I'm 65-35 in favor of some landfall between the Carolinas and the Delmarva by probably Thursday next week. So our system here, again, Florence will probably regain strength over the weekend, and then we'll be looking at a formidable hurricane off the East Coast next week. That's it for the day. I'll do another update over the weekend when I have time, and then we'll go from there. Take care, everyone. We'll have a good day and have a good weekend.